Hey guys, welcome to day 10 of the Dr. V challenge. How did you like that email today, that video? Tony Robbins explaining the Sylvester Stallone story. How amazing is that? Isn't it just super incredible? It's only, what, a 10-minute video, but it speaks to the core of passion. And what we want to do, right? Last week we talked about the mindset, the buzz, and how you cannot make good choices if your mind is clouded, right? So you have to stop the silence, stop the noise, get into the silence. So that's meditation, gratitude for having what you, for wanting what you already have. It's Sheryl Crow, the singer, right? It's not about getting what you want, it's about wanting what you already got. So we start with gratitude and appreciation for what you already have, okay? And yes, for some of you guys, that might be weight regain. Some of you guys, that might be preoperative, trying to, damn it, if only I could have my surgery tomorrow. No. Have gratitude for what you already have. And that's how you get what you really want, all right? So this week, we're really cleaning up your schedule. We're having to find, Dr. Vuong, I really, I want my passion. Yeah, well, you might find your passion, but if you don't have time in your schedule, you'll never get around to it. Does that make sense? If you always think you're too busy, if you always think you don't have time, if you always think that it's not possible for you, that you're just way too busy, that this is your lot in life, then you'll never get started on your passion. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you a couple of tips from this book. This is my buddy, Steve Sims. He's actually a friend of mine. His book came out in 2017 called Blue Fishing. He has a very interesting story. This is a 200-page book, but it is little and it's quick reading. I'll put the link below in the comment section, but I'll also post a link to it in our group, so be looking for that later today. But let's talk about weight loss surgery real quick. Lesson number 1, for those of you taking notes, right? Why did you have weight loss surgery? Do you remember? What's the only proper answer? When Dr. Vuong asks you, why did you have weight loss surgery? What's the right answer? Let's see who can get it right. There's only one answer to why you had weight loss surgery. And it's not because you wanted to lose weight. It's not because you wanted to get healthy. It's not because you wanted to live longer. It's not for your babies. It's not because you wanted to see your grandbabies. Nope. There you go. Here come some right answers. Very good. Specifically, though, let's get it really specific. That's it. Lisa got the first right answer, okay? I wanted my life to change. You had weight loss surgery because you wanted your life to change. If your surgeon had said, hey, have weight loss surgery, and a third of you will not lose enough weight or have weight regain, a third of you, 1 in 3, would you go, yeah, let me sign up for that? No, all of you guys would be like, not me. No way, Dr. V. I'm not going to be one of those 3. I'm not going to be that one. I'm going to be your poster child. See, everybody always says that. Nobody says on the morning of surgery, when I'm getting ready to wheel him back to operating room, nobody has ever said, Dr. Vuong, let me tell you right now, I'm going to fuck this shit up. No one has ever said, I am going to fuck up your surgery. I'm so screwed up in the head, you have no idea, Dr. V. I've got so many problems, so many walls, so many obstacles. Nobody ever says that. Every one of you guys say, I'll show you, Dr. Vuong. This will work. I'll be your poster child. I'm going to have great results. Ain't that true? Amen? Didn't all of y'all think that? Didn't all of y'all think I'm going to be amazing? I'm committed. All of y'all thought I'm committed. I'm ready for my life to change. Today's my new birthday. My life is going to be totally different now, right? All of y'all said that. So you had weight loss surgery because you wanted your life to change. Now, if that's true, if all of you guys said you're going to be my poster child, why is it then that statistics show 1 in 3 30% will not lose enough weight or regain weight, which we know there are medical issues directly related with obesity. So high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, right? Sleep apnea, joint pain, those are all directly related with being obese. So that means that if you don't lose enough weight or you regain weight, then that means your medical issues will come back. So if your doctor had said, 1 in 3 of you guys, your diabetes is going to come back, what would you think? The answer is no. You wanted your life to change. You wanted your life to change. So it's not just to lose the weight, but it's also to get, your health better, etc. But you wanted your life to change, okay? Now, tie this with my other tip I told you. Everybody loves change. They love talking about change until what? It's time for you to change. Tip number 2, everybody says they love change until it's time for you to change. Combine number 1 with number 2 and you understand why 30% of people will regain their weight. I'll say that again. Combine my tip number 1, you had weight loss surgery because you wanted your life to change, with tip number 2, everybody says they love change until it's time for you to change. You combine those together, now you have the answer. You have the answer of why people don't lose enough weight. You see it in your Facebook groups. You see it when you go to your support groups. The bitching, the moaning, the cheating, the trying to figure out how to get away with it, how much they can eat, slider foods. I'm a chocoholic. Oh, it's so hard. You don't understand. I'm a carb addict. It's tough for me. Like, bitch, you just don't want to change. You just don't want to change. Does that make sense? So if you want to get kicked out of a group really fast on Facebook is when someone posts something like that, literally copy and paste. Bitch, you don't want to change. The real answer is you just don't want to change. You just don't want to give up your chocolate. You just don't want to kick your husband to the curb. You just don't want to get better at your job. You just don't want to tell your drug addict son that he needs to get out of the house. Okay? So what are the obstacles to the change? Right? Now the simple answers, these are the bitch-ass answers, right? Bitch-ass! These are the little answers. Oh, my surgeon didn't have a program. I wish I had Dr. Vuong as my surgeon. Right? My surgeon didn't have a program. There was no support. I went to Mexico for my surgery. Aren't there people who went to Mexico and who lost a lot of weight? Absolutely. Aren't there people who traveled to a different state, whose surgeons lived 3 hours away, had weight loss surgery, and lost a lot of weight and are super successful? Of course there are. Aren't there people whose surgeons retired, found Dr. V, started doing things that Dr. V said for free on my YouTube channels and are super successful and are starting to lose their weight regain? Of course there are. Bitch-ass answers. These are the bitch-ass answers, right? Oh, but I would have done better if my husband had been more supportive. Bitch-ass answer. If my family could get on board. Bitch-ass answer. I just don't know how to control my stress level. Bitch-ass answer. Everybody has stress in life, Dr. Vuong. Some people just have too much stress in their life, Dr. Vuong. You're a bitch-ass answer person. For those of you who don't like my swearing, you're not going to like today's video, right? These are not good answers, y'all. Why won't people change? Oh, they've got too much on their plate. They're too stressed out. Not good answers. Tip number 3. The quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your questions that you ask. I'll say that a little bit slower. The quality of your life is directly related to the quality of the questions you ask. The corollary to tip number 3 is the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of the answers you get to those questions. You have to get good answers to those questions. Now, you might be asked good questions. Like, hey, why did you have weight loss surgery? And you might have a bitch-ass answer. I did it for my kids, Dr. Vuong. And then after surgery, my kids are stressing me out. Boo-hoo-hoo, I have to eat chocolate. What? I thought you had weight loss surgery for your kids, girl. Yeah, but you don't understand. Mine's addicted to drugs. This other one moved back in. This one has... Yo, your answer was not good. So the quality of your life will change when you start getting serious about your answers. Okay? So, Dr. Vuong says, hey, you got to go back and look up your schedule. Look at your schedule. How are you spending your time? You got to start eliminating things that you're wasting time. I'll give you an example. We all work hard, girl. So you work hard. I get it. You worked hard, whatever that means. You come home from work and you sit down on the couch. You say, oh, I'm going to kick off my shoes, right? So take off your shoes. And you ladies, you know, you do this thing, pop. You know, let the girls loose, and you're like, oh, this is the best feeling in the world. Let the girls loose, sit down on the couch, 5 o'clock, turn on a little news, see what you missed out. Traffic report, I don't know why, you just went through the traffic. You want to catch up on what's happening with politics, what's happening, coronavirus, outbreak, yada, yada, yada. And before you know it, it's 7 p.m. And you go, man, I should probably get up. I should probably order some food. I need to make me some dinner. It's too late already. I know I should be doing like this. Dr. Vuong wants me to like cook fish, but he's got time for that. I'm busy. That skinny ass Asian must be nice. I just gotta order me some food. I'll just go pick something up. I'll just reheat some food. And then you sit there and go, okay, well, I'll just order some food or whatever. You sit down, you got to watch TV while you eat, but Dr. Vuong wants you to learn, so what are you going to watch? Well, of course, you got to watch Chopped. Chopped, it's a cooking show, right, Dr. V? That's good, right, Dr. V? So I can learn how to watch Chopped, so I can learn how to, make shark's head, fish bone left over with some Spam and some kohlrabi. Mix that into an amazing dish, right? Because that's what I have in my fridge right now is kohlrabi and Spam and shark's head. And this Chopped is going to show me how to be an awesome cook. And then, hey, after Chopped, guess what happens? There's another Chopped. Well, shit, if that's the case, then I'll just watch me another Chopped because, I can't rush through my food. I gotta eat, take small bites, chew 30 times. Dr. Vuong wants me to slow down my eating, so I'll just watch another episode of Chopped. Well, then what happens after Chopped? Well, lo and behold, look, there's Naked and Afraid. I'll watch me some Naked and Afraid. Look at those people. Look at those crazy ass people eat like naked in the rainforest. They're eating snails. Like, I would never eat snails. Ooh, they're eating grub worms. Ooh, gross. And then before you know it, it's 10 o'clock. Well, now I gotta get to sleep. So Dr. Vuong says you gotta look at your schedule. And then people go, I only found an hour of free time the whole week. What? You mean an hour in a whole week? Your life is so scheduled out? Look harder. No, I'm too busy, Dr. Vuong, to look at my schedule. What? Look at your schedule so you can find free time. Right? But I'm too busy to do that, Dr. Vuong. The quality of your life is directly related to the quality of the answers you're giving to the questions Dr. V's asking you. Why did you pay for this challenge? Why did you pay for this challenge? You wanted your life to change, girl. Do the work. All right, so let's say, okay, Dr. Vuong's right. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, Dr. Vuong is being an asshole today. That's what I used to do. When I took my job in Albuquerque as director of bariatrics, I came home, I cooked food, I watched Chopped after Chopped after Chopped. Then I discovered Naked and Afraid. And then I was like, oh my God, I got to get up early tomorrow. So, because I'm this badass director now, right? So now I got to get up early. I got to meditate. So I wasn't laughing at anybody. This is all shit I did to myself. This was me, okay? So now you decide, all right, Dr. Vuong's right. I'm going to take him seriously. I'm going to get home at 5. 5:15, 5:30, fucking traffic. My walking shoes are next to my door. I'm just going to take off my high heels because I know you guys are all wearing high heels stilettos to work. Take those off. They're right at my front door. I'm going to put down my briefcase. I'm going to put down my work. I'm going to put on my walking shoes. And I put it into my schedule. I programmed it into my schedule. I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. No, I'm just going to walk 15 minutes. No, I'm going to just walk 10 minutes, all right? I want to walk 20 minutes, but no, it'll just be 10 minutes. I'm just going to block in 10 minutes into my schedule, and I'm going to walk around the block, and I'm just going to breathe away the day. I'm not going to worry about changing into shorts or spandex or what people are going to think or trying to join a gym membership. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I'm going to go straight from my working clothes right into my walking shoes. I'm going to walk around the block. Just to have 10 minutes to myself before my kids start yelling, screaming, before I start prepping dinner. Right? Do you think those 10 minutes would change your life? Not to exercise. I didn't say walking to exercise. I said walking to clear your head. Right? Walking to clear your head. See, I haven't even taught you about, everyone's like, Dr. Vuong, meditation's amazing. I haven't even taught you what walking meditation is. Wait till we get to the point when I start talking to you about walking meditation. All you white people, all you Westerners are like walking, pumping, walking, jump. This is what you'll see in other weight loss surgery groups. I got my walking shoes. I'm going. Look at me go. I'm losing weight. Woohoo. Girl, you didn't burn off enough calories to make up for that Snickers bar you just ate. You didn't burn off enough calories to make up for that Nature Valley granola bar you think is so healthy. See, your answers are all confused, okay? Trust the process. So find the schedule. Tip number 4, from my friend's book, Blue Fishing. So I want you to remember this, and I'm not bragging, but this is my buddy, Steve Sims, big, tall, British bloke. He's probably 6'3", bald-headed, big long goatee, looks like a bouncer, motorcycle guy. In the second chapter of this book, I'll put the link later on Amazon. I'll show it to you. He goes, his dad told him, people don't drown from falling in water. People drown from staying in water. Ooh. I want to get this right, so I want to read this to you. It's right here, okay? You don't drown from falling in water. You drown from staying there. You don't drown from falling in water. You drown from staying there. He was talking about how his entire family, all the men in his family were bricklayers. And at one point, he was a bricklayer too. And during his teenage years, because he was big for his age, he had to carry, the 3-sided big metal boxes that the bricklayers have to stack their bricks on. And they have to carry these up a ladder to give it to the bricklayer on top. And the average bricklayer needs 1,000 bricks a day. So his job, because he was big, was to carry this load up multiple times during the day. It was literally backbreaking work. So his life-changing moment was when he was 19 years old. He's carrying up several loads. He's already done several loads of these bricks up these ladder, right? And one morning, he's 19 years old, he's done several loads, he's up at the top of the ladder. He happens, just by chance, to turn around and look to see who's behind him, and he sees his entire lineage, but behind him. He sees his grandfather, his father, his uncle, his uncles, his cousins. All of the men in his family are bricklayers, and they're doing backbreaking work. And that night, he quit. That night, he quit. And he says, I thought my dad would be mad at me. Haven't you ever had a time when you wanted to break away and you wanted to follow your passions, and then you thought you didn't do it because you thought your parents would disapprove, or you thought your family would be angry, or what would they say, right? What I saw, I'm going to read from the bottom here. What I saw in one suddenly clear moment was my entire family tree. My dad, uncles, and cousins all down the line of ladders. That image, all of them straight down the line, burned itself into my mind. That was my future. They were me if I didn't get out. I quit that night. Next paragraph. I quit that night. My dad wasn't happy about it, but he understood. He's the one who always told me, no one drowned from falling in the water. They drowned from staying there. Most of us grow up, we graduate high school, we go to college, we get a job, 9-to-5 job, we try to pay the bills, we buy shit in our lives, and then we have to work harder to pay for that shit that we didn't really want to impress people that we don't really care about. And then we think that somehow there's this magical number at 65 that you're going to retire. That somehow at 65, now you're going to retire. Now you're going to do what you really want. Now you have freedom. Now at 65, now you're going to live your life. Okay, first of all, who fucking sold you on that plan? Where did that plan come from? If you ask the little kid, hey, little kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? What does every little kid say? Oh, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a scientist. I want to cure cancer. Dr. V, second grade. I had just come to the United States. I've been here a couple of years. I was in second grade. Somebody asked me in the sandbox, a teacher asked me, Doc, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I'm going to cure cancer. I don't even fucking know what cancer was. But where did cancer come out of my mouth? And then we grow up and we get these 9-to-5 jobs and we think we're going to get a vacation. We get this job with benefits, medical, dental, retirement plan, 401k, with these benefits. And then somehow this magical number at 65, you're going to retire. First of all, who sold you on that plan? Second of all, you're 65. I mean, I'm 47. 65 is right around the corner. 65? Do you want to walk around in bikini in Fiji at 65? Most people don't. I don't want to be in boxer shorts. Most 65-year-olds, well, honestly, they don't really care. You know, they're wearing Speedos with their big beer belly sticking out. These 65-year-old men don't care. Because why don't they care? They're fucking old at that age. You're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm 65. I'm retired. But not for me. Like, why would I not live my life? Why wouldn't I not do what I really want to do? Who told me? Think about this. When did you decide that someone could tell you when you could take vacation? When did you decide that it was okay that somebody could tell you, these are the 2 weeks you can have for vacation? You can have 1 week in spring, you can have 1 week around Thanksgiving. Who sold you on that idea? I thought this was your life. I thought you had weight loss surgery because you wanted your life to change. Nobody drowns from falling in water. You only drown from staying there. You only drown from staying there. Now, some of y'all love your jobs. I get it. I loved my job. I loved being a surgeon. That's fine. You can love your job. But if you don't love your job, who's been paying attention? Your job is stealing a little bit of your life every single day. In fact, it's stealing 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours of your life every single day. It's stealing 1/3 of your life every single day. Every job, every minute that you stay in a job you hate, it's stealing your life. My dad told me that when I was younger. When he immigrated to the United States, he got this job in a factory building machines, big construction rigs. And he was there for a while, and around 10 years, he'd been there about 10 years, and this was back in the 80s, right? So he's making like $20 an hour, which was a lot of money for someone who was uneducated. And he was trying to get out of there, and he was starting to buy real estate and flipping it on the side. And he says, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, you got such a great job, that's amazing. And he would tell me, Duc, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I have to be at work at 5, I get home at 3:30. He goes, and every time I'm at the job, at the plant, he's like, I feel like I'm in prison. I'm like, what are you talking about, Dad? I mean, you're making a lot of money. Like, this is a lot of money for you. He's like, I'm in prison. I'm in prison. I'm in prison. And those words stuck with me so much, right? So it doesn't matter if you have a new job. Listen, all of you guys know this. You know this person. Woohoo! They post on Facebook. Woohoo! I got a new job. It's amazing. And for the first month, oh, I love my coworkers. Oh, I love my new job. I love what I do. I love whatever. 6 months later, this happened at work. This bitch ass happened at work. I can't believe it. A year later, anybody know who's hiring? I'm looking for a new job. You know these people? I need a new job. My boss didn't get it. My boss was holding me back. My boss didn't promote me. My boss caused all this drama. I was late for work one day and they fucking fired me. Can you believe that shit? Who's hiring? Who's hiring? You know these people? If you don't know these people, guess what? You're that person, yo. Let me point at you. You're that person. You're that person who's posting that shit on Facebook all the time. So no matter how much you love your job, there comes a time when you don't love your job anymore. Isn't that true? So I loved being a surgeon. I finished residency in 2005. I started surgical residency in 2000. So, and I walked away in 2000 and, when did I walk away? 17, 18, 2008, what's the year? Yeah, 2018. I did 18 years of it. I operated on people for 18 years, and then finally one day, I was done. My dreams had gotten too big for the OR. I wanted to do more. I saw the opportunity. I learned enough technology where I could create my own websites, I could edit my own videos, I could create my own online courses. Facebook had Facebook groups, Facebook Lives, game changers. And so now I'm sitting here thinking, why am I doing group and live in person at the office when I could totally do it to more people online? Of course, they didn't have all this stuff back then. And so it kept me operating for longer because I was like, let me share with you guys like my big aha moment, right? So I do about 300, I did about 300 surgeries a year, right? And I was the busiest bariatric surgeon in the state of New Mexico. That's just 300 weight loss surgeries. I mean, I did gallbladders, hernias. I also did endoscopies. You know, if you had all that, all the endoscopies and scopes and all the stuff I did 1,000 cases a year. So, anyway, let's say I did 1,000 cases a year. Well, I remember my big aha moment came when I decided to look at my Amazon sales, and my book, the Ultimate Gastric Sleep Success book, that a lot of you guys have, my book that month hit 1,000 copies sold in Kindle and paperback. And I thought to myself, I just helped 1,000 strangers in a month, the same number of people in a month that it would take me a year to do in surgery. And my big aha was like, wow, not just that I help more people, the big aha is this: I just 12x'd myself, right? I sold the same number of books, 1,000 books a month, that I would do 1,000 procedures a year. So I said, the big aha was I just duplicated myself 12 times. It wasn't that I sold 12 times the number of books or whatever. It was, there were 12 little Dr. V's running around now. I hope I'm explaining this well to you. The big aha I had was there were 12 little Dr. V's running around right now, right? So this was festering inside of me for probably 4 years before I retired. 4 years. So now I was started like, wow, there's something to book writing. So this is when I started getting over my schedule, waking up earlier, writing more books. Like, I just need to write more books, man, because it worked. So why not do more of it, right? So I started doing more books, right? But what's the why? Why did you have weight loss surgery? What's the question, right? Why? Well, I want to help more people. That's why, right? So why would I stay up late? Why did I pump out 13 books? Why I have 3 more books coming out this year? Why? It's because I want to help more people. Better answers to your questions. Better answers to your questions. I want to help more people. Okay, I want to help more people. I'll write more books. I can do talks. I can talk on stages. I can do, when Periscope first came out, I was like, I'm going to do a Periscope a day. I can reach more people. I can have 200 people on Facebook Live, 200 strangers. I can help more people. What? Whoa. Then one day what happens? My dreams became bigger than my OR. My dreams became bigger than my OR, which means I couldn't be contained in an OR anymore. And so when I decided to walk away, because it was a bunch of things, I had new administration, the new CEO didn't really, it just was not good. They didn't appreciate me. And I was like, I don't have to stay. Fuck y'all. Read between the lines. You guys know this one? Read. Do you have this in Australia? Read between the lines. You gonna throw me under the bus? I've dedicated my life to you guys for the last 6 years. Read under the lines. I'll see y'all later. Because my passions had gotten too big for the OR. My skills set had gotten too big for the OR. My passive income had gotten to the point where I didn't have to work. So I had options. Why did you have weight loss surgery? You wanted your life to change. Why don't people change? It's because when it's time for you to change, you don't want to change. Why won't you change? Because no one's ever shown you. Because you don't know what your passion is. Why don't you know what your passion is? Because no one has ever shown you how to find your passion. What really makes you tick? What really makes you get up in the morning? You know how stupid I'm a chocoholic sounds to me? You know how dumb, you know how irritating it is for me to hear someone say, I'm a carboholic, Dr. Vuong. If only I could get myself to the gym. Even though I've told y'all 100 million times, going to the gym is not good for weight loss. It's good for other things, but it's not good for weight loss. And people sitting there go, if only I could get to the gym, Dr. Vuong, then I would get back on track. Fuck. No one ever showed you how to find your passions. I want you to clean up your schedule. We're going to take back your life. Remember that. Schedule equals my life. My schedule is my life. If I don't control my schedule, people are stealing bits of my life every single day with their drama, the little phone calls or text messages. Today's aha was my job is stealing 1/3 of my life. Now, don't go quit your job. That's a whole nother conversation. But when you wake up to that point, we got to free up your schedule. We're going to start doing the heavy work about what your passions are. What's your passions? What are your passions? How do you find your passions? How do you do it? How do you monetize it? How do you help more people? That's where we're headed, guys. Stay with me. You don't drown from falling in water. You drown because you stay in it. You stayed in it. And whether you know it or not, The life you're currently living is killing you. It's not obesity, y'all. I had weight loss surgery because I was dying, Dr. Vuong. No, your current life, bonus tip, my current life is killing me. It's killing my dreams. It's killing my passions. It's stealing every few minutes from me. My current life is killing me. Start there. Start with that pain, that realization. The life I'm currently living is killing me. It's robbing me of my dreams, of my passions. I did not buy into this program. Work hard, retire at 65 with what? An empty bank account? You're not gonna have 60% of people at 65 cannot retire because they don't have enough money. 60% cannot retire because they don't have enough money at 65. My current life is killing me. I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of that, man. That's good. That's good, yes? Amen? Love you guys very much. Go be awesome today. Think about what I've said. Love you. See ya.